Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning if you happen to be in Central Florida, like my two guests who are here today. I have Kris and Joni from the Central Florida Tourism Organization. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Same to you.
Joni, perhaps you can explain to us where Central Florida, what is the area that you actually represent? Where is it geographically? What does it sit between or below or above?
Sure. Central Florida is geographically in the center of the Florida Peninsula, right between Tampa and Orlando, next door to Walt Disney World, and we're a little more than an hour's drive to either coastline.
Very nice too. So you're very well situated.
Very.
Kris, lots of research at the moment suggests that when tourism comes back, people are going to be looking for open spaces. They're going to be looking to get back to nature and maybe have that be under their own control. Fly, drive, maybe holiday home, vacation home type rentals, that type of thing. How well is Central Florida set up to exploit that demand?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. That's the research we've been seeing as well, is that there is going to be a lot of pent up demand, and when people are comfortable to travel again and when they're able to, they're looking for those destinations that have a lot of outdoor activities. And we've been saying all along throughout this entire situation is we've been perfectly situated for that, and that's really been our wheelhouse since the beginning. That's what we've always promoted. Yeah, like Joni said, we're perfectly positioned real close to all the world famous theme parks and those types of manufactured attractions. But we've always said we have our own natural attractions right here. From state parks, natural land preserves that we have, Circle B Bar Reserve being one of the most famous, to just 550 lakes that you can get out and enjoy the water. So really, social distancing has really been kind of our calling card for a very, very long time here in Central Florida, Polk County.
Very good. I mean, I know, Joni, as I mentioned just before we started the interview, that I've been lucky enough to play at Streamsong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an unbelievably fantastic golf resort, with accommodation and I believe now 3 golf courses.
Right.
That takes some finding, actually, unless
yes,
you have sat nav. So it's testament to what Kris said, is that you can get lost very quickly, if you know what I mean. You're out in the wild very, very quickly. Is that true of a lot of your attractions?
It really is, and we're very happy to promote that. Even though we do have some fabulous world-class attractions with Legoland Florida Resort, Bach Tower Gardens, Safari Wilderness Ranch, and of course our Dude Ranch, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. We are very, very blessed to have over 40 city and county parks. As Kris mentioned, our Circle B Bar is one of our most famous. Matter of fact, USA Today has rated it as one of the top 50 places in the entire United States for wildlife viewing. We still have a lot of citrus groves. I think we're still one of the top citrus producers in the state. And so it's just one of those places where you can come, and if you want to go to the attractions, obviously we have the location to make that convenient. But if you just want to get out and enjoy nature, we can give you an entire itinerary where you can just be outdoors and just enjoy and get up close and personal with some of our wildlife and our plant life.
Lovely. Well, the heritage, presumably, Kris, of your area is actually very rural, agriculturally based, I would think. Tell me a bit more about this famous attraction, which I'm not aware of. Circle B, did you call it?
Yes, it's Circle B Bar Reserve. Actually, a family owned it, and then the county acquired the land. They gave it to the county as really a county park preserve, if you want to call it that. But a lot of people, the number one thing we hear from people that come and maybe they're either never been to Florida or have very rarely been to Florida, the number one thing they want to do is pick an orange, or they want to see an alligator. You can't pick an orange at Circle B, but you can see plenty of alligators. It's situated on Lake Hancock, which is one of the densest, most densely populated lakes for alligators, probably anywhere in the state, but certainly in our county. But there are a lot of great nature trails out there. You can see bald eagles. There is an interpretive center there, so you can go and see and kind of learn about what the native wildlife are there at the park. And there are people there to help you with that if you have questions. Just a fantastic place to go to see a sunrise, see a sunset. But again, if you want famous Florida alligators at a safe distance, but it is in their natural habitat. So it's a pretty amazing place to, like Joni said, not only see just native plant life of Florida, some of the cypress trees and things like that, but also to see the famous alligators and some of our other wildlife that are out there as well. So great place. And you know, to talk to your point again about just the vast expanse of the county. We're one of the largest counties in the state. So like you said earlier, driving from one place to another may take a little time, but you're also off that beaten path and you're separated and isolated from other people. So it's a, again, in these days and times, it's a distinct advantage to come to a destination like ours to not only enjoy nature, but to be a part and naturally separated from the hustle and bustle of the more crowded tourist areas.
And Joni, you're pretty well served with international airports as well. When everybody starts flying again, you've got Tampa and Orlando to choose from, I'm assuming.
Right. That is correct. Yeah, we're about equal distance from either. So whichever is your preference.
And would a typical scenario, Joni, be that, you know, you potentially get a family, land at the airport, pick up a car, and then get into your patch, and then you can spend week, 2 weeks. If you're European, you might spend 2 weeks touring your area, or maybe basing yourself somewhere and going to all of these different attractions?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I say the best thing about Central Florida is our location, because we are so close to so much of Florida that Florida is known for. Obviously, the theme parks, I mean, you know, we're right next door to Walt Disney World. We're within 30, 40 minutes of Universal and SeaWorld, not to mention Busch Gardens in Tampa. But then if you just want to take off and go to the coast and spend the day at the beach, you could easily do that and get back to Central Florida, to your location, and in time to have a nice relaxing dinner. So that's one of the best things about where we are, is our positioning within the state. Very
good. Now, presumably you've, benefit is perhaps not the right word, but you would have exploited some of the domestic tourism, both in-state and out of state, you know, nearby states like maybe Georgia and Alabama, people nearby coming into state. Has that 2021 experience, you think, helped you, Kris, in maybe preparing both investment-wise, but also protocol-wise for what might come in 2021, i.e. more international travelers or a return to international travel?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I think it really has. You know, like you mentioned, we have obviously our key domestic markets, and some of them are a little further away. But we through everything that's been going on, we've really concentrated, like other Florida destinations and really other destinations around the country, closer to home. So those drive markets, like you said, Georgia, Alabama, and really within the state. And what that's done it's given us that opportunity. And we've said locally as well, we want to make sure our destination, the people that live here, our residents, are doing all the right things, are washing their hands, staying home if they're sick, wearing a mask, to create a safe destination, so then visitors can then feel safe coming to as well. So that's really been the key for us from the beginning, since March, really, is really trying to build that awareness locally, make sure we can create a safe local environment for our residents that they feel safe going into. And then in turn, we're able to the visitor, the potential visitor, let them know all the steps we have taken as a destination to help as much as possible ensure a safe visit for them. So yeah, it's a great point. We've really worked hard at that, and I feel we will continue to do that going into 2021, ensuring that we have a safe destination as possible.
Well, Joni, one of the things that we wrote a story on it earlier this week, actually, that in the last couple of weeks there's been an absolute monumental surge of searches for US holidays, vacations from the UK, in particular Florida, almost 200% increase in searches in the last 2 weeks. What is your, as a tourism body, your expectation for international visitation in 2021? And perhaps more importantly, from your perspective, what's the expectation from your stakeholders, like Legoland, like your bigger hotels, like your Bar B, and the like, Stream Song golf course, what is their expectation?
Well, obviously, our international market has been huge for us for years and years. Because we have so many vacation rental homes within our area. We have over 7,000. That has always been a huge draw especially for the Brits, but for the international market. And so we have truly missed them since COVID has hit. So we anticipate and we are ready for them to come back. Like Kris said, we have worked with our partners and our stakeholders to make sure that everybody is putting forth their best effort with safety and health plans. We even launched our Be Sweet campaign, and by that we mean Be Sweet, and I say sweet with the number 5. And Florida's sweetest spot, which is what Central Florida is Florida's sweetest spot, which is always wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands. If you're not feeling well, stay home, and always follow the guidelines. And so we have worked with all of our partners and stakeholders and have helped them with signage and placement of things to ensure that, so that when visitors and citizens alike understand that when they go out and experience our destination, that they can feel safe and secure when that time comes.
Good, and I'd imagine that the vast majority of holidays that are sold from Europe are sold through the travel trade into Central Florida. I would think the travel trade presumably is going to be a fairly important factor in your rebirth as an international destination, I would think, Kris. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and that's the thing we're hearing from them is, maybe early to first quarter, second quarter of 2021. Obviously, a lot's going to hinge on the vaccines that they're talking about right now. And then travel restrictions being lifted. So yeah, I think travel trade is always very, very important to us, and we've maintained throughout all of this a good presence in the market in the UK. It's like Joni said, it's one of our top international markets, always has been, always will be, and we love our visitors from the UK and look forward to welcoming them back very soon, and hopefully that is as early to middle of 2021. So yeah, that's going to be key for us is continuing to work with the trade and have those visitors booked into Central Florida and welcome them back.
Good. Well, the priority order in the UK is for old gits like me to get the vaccine first. So I think Denny's over 60s breakfast is going to be hammered when I get over there. Don't worry about that. The final point is that really you're one of the few destinations, I would think, in the world that don't really have to change your messaging too much, because you were promoting this outdoor, natural theme park scenario before COVID, really, weren't you, Joni?
Yes, we were. We always, like I say, we're very blessed to have a lot of outdoor space. We've got 3 state parks, over 40 county and city parks. And so, social distancing and just spacious outdoors and nature has always been one of our key things that we have promoted in the area. So absolutely, we're ready. We're definitely ready for when visitors feel comfortable and are ready to return to travel, we will welcome them with open arms.
Excellent. Well, Kris, Joni, thank you very much for your time. I can't wait until I get my vaccine and I can come and visit and perhaps play the new course at Stream Song as well as the old 2. And I wish you the very, very best of luck. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
And you. Bye-bye.
Bye.